days left to my graduation. It's Thursday today. I took leave from work to do graduation prep, and I just finished with the first round of prep. My nails, look at them. Cute, I like them. It's a midnight sunscreen. Anyway, so I didn't film going there or even in the nail appointment or even on the way back because I was using my GPS to navigate, and I was using my GPS to navigate, and when I'm using my GPS to navigate, I only film with my phone. Okay, it's limited equipment this side, so it'll just be look at me doing. Guys, I can't wait to like have enough disposable income to regularly have my nails done. You will never hear the last or end of me. I will always be anyway. I'm only using my phone, so it's limited equipment around here, so I can't film and use my GPS to get to the place. But I went to the nail place. My appointment was at 9. I got there 10 minutes before, found my parking, and I had to walk around to find the place, and I found it. And I get there, tell me why I get there and the lady is starting with another client that had an appointment at 8. But luckily, because I also have a dress fetch, I have to fetch my dress, but I didn't schedule my dress fetching thingy. Like I scheduled everything to leave enough time for nonsense like this, or for time discrepancies, people being delayed basically. So it didn't inconvenience me that much. I didn't mind the wait. However, the only thing that was my concern is I drove there, right, and you have to pay for parking outside. And then with the lady, when I asked her, she said that it's 4.4 and something every 15 minutes, which is basically 15 rand, not 15 rand, 5 rand, which is basically 5 rand. So it took her 45 minutes to finish off what she was doing with the girl before me. So I was like, I don't mind waiting. In my head, I was like, I don't mind waiting as long as she covers the extra 15 rand, because it's 45 minutes. So 5 times 5, that's 5. I don't mind waiting, having waited that 45 minutes, or even if it was an hour, I wouldn't mind, as long as you cover my parking, because I didn't account to be parked for an extra 45 minutes. I budgeted to be outside for an hour and a half or so, at most 2 hours. I didn't account to be outside for longer than that. So we start the nails. I tell her it's cool, it's fine, I don't have anything booked, so it's not a big deal that it's annoying, it's unprofessional, but it's it's fine. So then the nail appointment goes quite swiftly. I mean, my nails were quite simple. The only design is this, which is a cute design. I love everything about these. And we finish, and then at the end I tell her that, hey, can you please cover that 45 minutes where I'm extra. And I tried to mention it, like I was like, hey, like before the end of it, throughout the appointment, I was like, hey, the parking there is 5 rand. Like I mentioned it when she told me she's gonna be late. I was like, no, it's fine, my only concern is the parking, because they're charging with parking, right? They respond, her and the other lady who were doing the nails off responded like, oh no, keep quiet, move on. I bring it up again while my nails are being done, when I say, yeah, the extra parking is gonna be, it's 5 rand per every 45 minutes. It's gonna be 15 rand for that 45 minutes where I was just sitting there and waiting for it to finish. She's like, oh, okay. So there I didn't have the courage to be like, yeah, cover it. I didn't know how to say it, because it's like, I feel like if you delayed a person, I don't know, man. I don't know, especially considering I was mentioning the parking thing. But then at the end, I'm like, hey, can you please pay for the parking where I had to wait? And then the entire appointment was very nice. The service was good, honestly. But I did feel like her mood switched when I was asking for her to pay for that 15 rand. And like when I was paying her, so she wanted me to pay afterwards, which is fine. I had to send money to her account, which is fine. If anything, I prefer people who make you pay before. I don't know. I feel like you can't be risky like that. But yeah, I paid, right? And then like she was like, is it immediate payment? I was like, no, I just made a normal payment. And she's like, oh, I'm only gonna get it on Monday. Girl, if you wanted me to do immediate payment, you should have asked me before I paid. It was like I paid after I mentioned the 15 rand thing. So so even her saying, is it immediate payment? I don't know, her tone just came across as though she was a bit unhappy. And I was like, oh, I'm only gonna get the money on Monday. Okay, I mean, you should have, yeah, that's how it works, and it should have been your responsibility. If you want the money quickly, you should have made me pay, at least saying a day in advance, or to secure booking I must pay. Anyway, so I don't know, I feel like she was not happy with the fact that she had to pay for my parking, but not my parking, the extra 45 minutes of parking, but it's just 15 rand. And it shouldn't be normalized to have people have appointments with you and then you're late and expect like them to just be okay with it. It's not even that like I made like a verbal appointment. I literally booked on her website. I made a booking on her website, or on a link that she sent me where I must book, and I informed her, and I booked on Sunday. Yeah, I booked on Sunday. Yeah, I booked on Sunday, and today's Saturday, so she's been knowing I'm coming at 9. So, but that's the only thing. But she did give me the money. She, like, when I was like, can you pay for it? She was like, so you're gonna pay 300 rand? I'm like, no, not 300 rand. Just cover that 15 rand because I didn't account for it. And then she was like, okay, that's fine. And like her mood switched. And then she's like, I'll just give it to you cash. And I was like, oh, okay. Then she gave me 20 rand. I was like, okay, let me give you 5 rand. This is so that I wasn't just trying to rip her off. So I'm like, oh, no, take that 5 rand because I just want 15 rand for my parking. Because I shouldn't have paid for that extra 45 minutes. So then I gave her the 5 rand change. And I take it, and then, yeah. So that's the only thing. But nails are done. I wanted to fetch just at 12, but the lady was like, I must come at 1. That's an inconvenience because I wanted to go to the gym after fetching my dress at like 1, but I'm gonna be fitting or fetching my dress then. I'm so lazy to go to the gym. But I have to remind myself that what motivates me to continue going to the gym is the fact that the only reason I'm able to so frivolously and casually just go to the gym is because I have a car, which is a privilege that not a lot of young people or people in general have. So while I have this car, I need to make the best out of it. So I'm going to that damn gym. It's not just because I have no excuses. Most people can't get to the gym because of the traveling. It's just a lot of admin, but this car makes things easier for me. So I need to do everything I want to do in my life. And I shouldn't be making excuses for myself. There's people who experience like a 2-hour commute for that, which would be for me a 45-minute drive, so I shouldn't make excuses. I have this car. Being lazy is not an excuse. I have been set up to succeed by my mom, and I owe it to myself and to her to succeed and to do all the things that I want to do, and to make use of the privileges that I am awarded or have been awarded. So I'm gonna go to the gym, even though I don't want to. I'm gonna go after the fitting, and yeah, there's not much left of prep. It's just that fitting the dress. I got the photographer done and dusted. I'm just gonna have to pay them, and then I just have to fetch the cake tomorrow, and I have to sort out my gown and stuff, and then I'll be done. So tomorrow will be gown and cake. Today is dress and nails, of which one is done. Look at them. So it's 1 hour later. I actually just ate some food and check on my phone. So that's a habit I need to stop doing. I need to sit on my phone. But that's what I did. And now I'm gonna go for the dress fitting. I'm back in my car. I just fetched my dress, and I also have a here's my dress. It's in here. And I also have a story regarding this one. So I don't know, maybe you know that saying of like your special occasion is only special to you, right? And I don't know, this whole experience taught me how like valuable it is to have people who provide services where they show enthusiasm towards whatever special occasion you are planning for. And
turn left onto Wallace Street.
I hope you can hear me. I'll try to speak loud. So yeah, it just when the person who's doing a service for you, services that have to do with special occasions like doing your nails or doing your hair, it really helps when they show a bit of enthusiasm, or even something as more long term. And the reason why I use the term long term is like the interaction between you and that person is more long term than a nail appointment or a hair appointment where you guys see each other one time, and then that's that. So when me and this person, the person you are making interest in, you see at least twice or 3 times with the consultations, and you're communicating constantly regarding the material and stuff. So it really makes a difference when the person you're working with, I'm opening the window, show some enthusiasm towards what is happening, towards what they are contributing towards your event or a special occasion. I say all of this just to say the person who was sewing my dress did not show any enthusiasm, of which I'm not entitled to that. But it would have made things a lot more fun. I wish he had. It would have made things a lot more fun. It would have made my experience a lot more enjoyable. So I want to preface with that. My interactions with her really just felt
turn right.
My interactions with her really felt like this girl has a job to do. I'm just another customer. And this wasn't. It was the case with all interactions. This was the case with all interactions we had. Our text messages and our in-person meetings were like, I was just another client and she needed to get my dress done, and that was that. So I do wish she showed like she came out. I don't know, she tried to care a bit that it was my grad or anything, but it's fine. I'm not entitled to her caring. It just would have made my experience a lot more interesting. So that's just to preface how our interactions have been leading up to this, which is the pickup. So during the weekend, I had my first fitting last week, and during the weekend I'll contact her about an update, because I was expecting there to be a second fitting, and then only after the second fitting I fetched the dress. But then when I contacted her, she was like, hi, I'll just let you know when you can fetch the dress. And I'm like, oh, won't I have to fit it before? And then she was like, girl, you can fit it before you take it. So I was like, okay. Any case, I didn't have the capacity to get off work either on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday. So it's not like I could have insisted and been like, hey, but I just want to come, because if I was insisting, I have a feeling she was
turn right onto.
If you see a difference in lighting, it's actually because I'm at a different location. I had to Let me just explain to you what just happened quickly, just a quick detour. So I was driving while filming, right? Terrible idea, because now I told you I only use one device. So I was like, in my head I was like, no man, I'll just listen to the GPS. I don't have to, look at it with my peripheral vision. I was wrong. So I was listening to it, and then all of a sudden I hear turn right. I'm on the furthest left lane, so which means I had to cross 3 lanes to get to the right corner, to get to the rightest lane so I can turn right properly. That was at the end of the romance, which means I'm hearing turn right at that point, and I'm literally 3 lanes away. There's no way for me to turn right. So then I start panicking. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll have to take a U-turn. So then I just move 1 lane, and then I'm like, okay, I can't turn right because I attempted and I saw that there's no way I'm gonna turn right. So I'll just go ahead and take a U-turn and make a U-turn later on in the road, right? While I am driving, right, my phone switches off. It's telling me it's overheating. So now I'm unfamiliar with this place, right? I'm in an unfamiliar place. My GPS is off now because my phone is overheating, and I need to find my way to where I need to go, which I haven't even explained to you. I need to go ahead and finish the story. I need to find my way to where I need to go. So I'm driving. I'm like, shit, I don't know where I'm going, but it's fine. I just know I have to take a U-turn, drive. Then once I've taken a U-turn, I just drive to the robots, and then I have to turn. In that case, I'd have to turn left, right? So I'm back on the route. I'm driving. U-turn right thing. There's no U-turn. It's literally a freeway. It's just a bunch of road. There's no way for me to turn. There's no way. There's literally no. I was hoping that maybe I could go. It was a 2-lane thing, so then I could go. I stop at the side, and then I do a circle and I go. Nope, it's a 1-way freeway. There's no way for me to turn. I look on the sides here. The sides, there's borders. There's these things, these metal things that prevent you from things. So I just continue driving. I'm like, shit. Eventually the little metal stuff are gone, right? They disappear because South African construction, or what? Trust South African roads to be incomplete. So eventually they finish, right? And I'm like, okay, I see a bunch of gravel road, right? So my best option is to go from the road, jump through the gravel road that's supposed to have grass. It's like there's a middle thing that is supposed to have grass, but there's no grass there because it's South Africa. So jump there and then go on to the other side of the freeway where this car's going the other direction, and that's the only U-turn I can do, which is very illegal. It's very illegal. So, but I did it. And I felt comfortable doing it because I don't have that damn learner sticker. I'm glad I took it. I would have felt so insecure doing that had I had the learner sticker, but I don't have it. Being able to do illegal things without people noticing your car, amazing. Anyway, so I did an illegal U-turn, basically. That's the moral of the story. I had to do an illegal U-turn, and then I was on my way. And then by the time I got to the robots, my phone had calmed down, and I put on my GPS, and now I'm at the place. So let's go back to the story. That will explain why I am going somewhere unfamiliar. So I explained that I did want to do a fitting, and then she was like, no, you'll fit before you get it, right? Before you pick it up, but it's fine. In any case, I couldn't leave work early for the fitting, so it's fine. Thursday it is. Mind you, I scheduled for the dress to be ready by tomorrow, so a day before my graduation. So this is the second time I wear the dress, basically. The last time I tried was my very first ever fitting. And obviously, if you know anything about a first fitting, the first fitting is literally just fabric. It's just fabrics on you, and it's the seamstress trying to gauge, like making certain parts tighter, certain, like maybe pulling some straps in, whatever. But you don't really properly see the dress on the first fitting. So this was my first time properly seeing the dress complete, right? I think that's wrong. I'll just put it out there. I think that's wrong. I think I should have gotten a second fitting, and then if I'm happy after the second fitting, then I can just leave with the dress. If I'm not happy, then it gives her enough time to make adjustments, and it makes me at ease. I don't like the fact that the second fitting was literally on the day where I'm supposed to pick it up. I don't like that at all. But anyway, so I get there and I wear the dress, and it looks a mess. But I won't go on and on and on about how much of a mess the dress was, because in reality, like 10 minutes later, I noticed that she noticed that I was wearing the dress backwards, and then I wore it the proper way, and it was fine. So just keep that in mind. It was fine. The normal dress is fine. It's just I was wearing it backwards, right? But I'm just gonna explain to you the whole ordeal while I was wearing it backwards, and how funny it is for the content, for the story, you know. So I wear it, and the cut was not giving. It was like a straight cut. It was a very weird cut, and I was just like, what the hell? What the hell is this? Like, what the hell is going on? Because I don't remember it looking this bad or whatever. And we were just going back and forth, asking her how we can make an adjustment. Okay, no. Let me step back. I wear the dress, right, and I see it's a mess. The second thing is there's a covering thing, right? The covering thing is supposed to cover my whole upper body, or half of my upper body, but my chest should be covered. Where I wear it, so prior it was supposed to be like a nice one layer of fabric, but then you could see through into the dress, which I didn't like. So then I was like, please just to put 2 layers of fabric so that it's not see-through. So then this is when I fitted with 2 layers of fabric, and it looked very heavy, and she even said it looks very heavy, and I agreed that it looked very heavy. So I didn't like the fact that it looked heavy. So that was when I was like playing around with it. Then I was like, okay, no, I can put it like this, which is when I lift it up and then I put it around my neck, and then it just falls by my neck like this, right? It looks nice. But now by putting it like that, it reveals the bottom of the dress, and that's when the inside of the dress itself, the cut of the dress, right? And that's when I recognized that this dress is just a mess. The cut was very weird. It was like this weird straight, weird looking shape. My boobs were not sitting the way they're supposed to be sitting. It just didn't look nice, right? And she and I then went back and forth trying to figure out how we can make it look nice. I don't know. I was suggesting maybe we can make the straps thicker. I don't know, but there was no way I was gonna leave there without us making a plan to make the front look better, because it just looked like a mess. It looked like she just put it together because she knew it was going to be hidden, right? So then at some point I'm like, wait, I was turning around, I'm like, okay, wait, can I just try to I turn around, I'm like, wait, but I kind of like the cut of the one of what's at the back, and then just like, it's just a bit confused, and it's like, let me just try and wear it from the back, wear it backwards, so that I can see how it looks, because this cut makes more sense to me than what the cut that we have in front. And then I wear it backwards, and then that's when she looks at me, she's like, oh shit, I didn't realize that you're wearing it backwards the entire time. This is the front, which is good because I liked the back, okay, which is the actual front. So once we turn it over, I was like, oh, thank goodness, all is well. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine, it fit well. I didn't have any complaints. The only issue would have just been the thing here, but that's fine. I just pin it. I'm just gonna pin it in a nice way, and then it's gonna sit like this on me. But yeah, so that's what happened. So the dress is fine. I'm happy with the dress. I think I got what I paid for. I feel like I tried to make my graduation as budget friendly as possible. My budget is like 5 to 6K for everything. So a dress, yonki needs to be at the highest, like the highest. It can't exceed 6K basically. Like, so I think the dress was 2,000 rand, so I think I got what I paid for, because I can't expect, you have to understand, when you're going to get things made, you can't expect something that looks like the picture that was made by a very talented, experienced, and has a lot more equipment designer in a different country or whatever, for a price, for a quarter, not even a quarter, it's probably 10% of the price of what you're seeing on Pinterest. So with that understanding, I think I got what I paid for and I'm fine with it. Would I want it to be nicer? Yes, but if I wanted it to be nicer, I would have to pay more. I'd have to find a seamstress that will charge more, and I don't have that in my budget. So for what I paid for, it's good. But yeah, the seamstress was good. Like I said, my only criticism really, it's not even this whole experience was just funny because, like, okay, the reason it wasn't funny, the reason why I gave you the context of like her feeling like she's not invested in was like transactional, is because I truly do feel like if she and I had built up some kind of a friendlier relationship, then this 10-minute confusion and back and forth that we're having about the dress would have been avoided, because she would have been more invested in my dress and would have immediately noticed that, oh girl, you're wearing it all wrong. This is not how it's supposed to work. So yeah, so that's, yeah, anyway. But the seamstress was fine. I just wish she was more enthusiastic about making me a dress, because I think if she was more enthusiastic, it would have 100% prevented even this that happened, this misunderstanding now that just happened. So now back to leading on to wherever I am now. So now since I changed the thing that's supposed to be covering. So initially that thing would have to cover up until like probably here, but now my entire chest is going to be exposed and my arms are going to be exposed. Hi, so this is me editing, and I just wanted to give a bit of context to what I mean. So this is the dress inspo, right? Remember I said that when I got there on my final fitting the day before it's anyway. Remember I said that it was heavy, right? That covering thing. This is the covering, the top layer covering thing that I'm talking about. It was like this. But because I asked for 2 layers to make it more thick so it's not see-through, the way she sewed it together made it very heavy and made it look ugly. So I fixed the problem by playing around with it and putting it by my neck. You'll see with the pictures of what I mean by that. So now, whereas before my shoulders were covered, my chest was covered, and my upper arms were covered, now all my chest, my upper arms, and my shoulders are visible because I put it around my neck such that it would like fall over from my neck to my back. It looked nice though. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a bit of context of what I'm talking about. So now I'm gonna explain me buying jewelry that's gonna uh, be more in line with the changes, because I'm extra and I love the drama. So the jewelry I had bought at first was to accommodate the fact that this part is going to be covered, so there's just jewelry that's going to sit here. But now, because I'm extra, guys, let me be a girl, I'm extra, my arms are going to show, so it only makes sense that I find jewelry where, for my arms, because I don't like being boring. This dress, like I said, I got what I paid for, so it's a very plain dress, and I'm a very extra person, and so it's one of the situations where the way I will make it extra and make it my style is by styling it. I like, everything really goes into styling in all things. I'm going to style this dress up. So I need to buy jewelry for my arms, just one, because of budget constraints. It's just one for my upper arm that I'm going to wear. What else did I want to say? So now I searched the nearest La Visa store, and I'm at the nearest La Visa store from where I was, and we're gonna buy an item of jewelry last minute. And yeah, okay, let's go. Got the goods, and so now now I'm going home. There weren't as much options as the other Lavisa I went to, but it's fine. I just wanna get home. I am very lazy to go to the gym. So I'm busy negotiating with myself. I'm thinking I might go for a jog. I don't want to go to the gym, like, no. So I'm gonna do something today, right? But then I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna go for a jog. I was talking for some time and you guys didn't hear me. Okay, so if I don't go to the gym, I'm gonna use my time wisely, productively. I know. I can't believe, oh my gosh, Jimmy, you made that whole speech about speeches or whatever. You're not gonna go to the gym. Boo, tomato. I know. I'm judging myself. But if I don't go, I'll use my time wisely, or I'll go for a jog. I'm just a girl. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. But let me just get home. There's those people who help you leave the car that are at the back there, like that direct you, and I get so shy because sometimes I just don't want to talk to anyone, and also sometimes I feel like I'm peer pressure to give you money. And guys, I have money, but I don't have money to give. Yes, I really don't have money to give. Imali, it's mine. I'm not rich enough to be able to give people money. Even 1 rand is a lot. It's even 1 rand is a lot. But it's fine. It's fine. I have to socialize. Oh wait, I have to do the GPS. I think from the background you can guess what I decided to do. Yes. Yes, I indeed did decide to go for a walk. No, not a walk. A jog. I am going to wake up early in the morning tomorrow and go to the gym. Right? Yes, I'm definitely going to do that. This car is coming. So let me go for my jog. I'm busy telling on myself by saying walk instead of jog all the time. Let me go for my jog. I'm tired, but I'm on a weight loss journey, so. And also I want to improve my athleticism. So I need to do what I have to do. I made a promise to myself to do better this year, so to be a better version of myself this year. So I made a promise to myself to be the best version of myself this year. So alright, bye. Hi guys, so that was basically the end of day 1. But before we go into day 2, I just want to show you a video I took of the stitching of the dress that supports my feelings that this person, I'm not gonna say she didn't put in effort, but her approach to her business, her sewing business, is really, at least my experience of it, was that of someone who was just trying to get their job done. So as you can see in front of you, the stitching is not giving. It's not, there's something about the stitching. I'm not a seamstress, but there's something about the stitching that I feel like could have been better, and could have done with a lot more. I don't know, it just could have been, yeah, we're going to try and use flowery language. It just could have been better. It looks bad. So this is just another example of like, oh, I feel like she really, the way she runs her business, I wouldn't run it that way if I was her. And it really does damp down your experience, because when you're going to a seamstress, a lot of the time you're going there for a special occasion, and when someone doesn't seem as invested in your special occasion as you are, it just kind of dampens the whole experience, which is not nice. So the graduation chaosity has officially begun. Honestly, it's not my fault. It's really not my fault. I woke up early. I woke up at 8. Well, I got out of bed at 8, and and I. Sorry, this car does that. It just switches on immediately and then it takes time to switch off. So I got up at 8, and then I cleaned up for a bit, and then I was done by 8:30, and then I listened to my music until like 9. And 9 I was planning to shower so I can be done at 10, so I can do whatever I need to do. From 10 the water was cold, so then I switched on the geyser, and then while the geyser was getting hot, I sorted out my gown and stuff, payments and whatever. And then at 10:30 comes, I check the water is still cold, so that means like the geyser is slow as hell all of a sudden. So I have to wait until 11 until 10 to bath. I'm done bathing by 11, and I head out, and the first thing I needed to do was to print out documents so I can fetch my gown and my hood for graduation. So I just did that now, and I needed to deposit some money as well, so I also just did that now. So all was gonna be well, because then my plan was to go to the shops to buy a bra, because I tried out my graduation outfit. I tried out my graduation outfit yesterday, and someone called me. I tried out my graduation outfit, and my friend was calling me. You can't call me TV for graduation gippies. I tried out my graduation outfit, and the only problem was that the bra was visible. So I want to go find a bra, a push-up bra where it won't be visible on the thing, right? So I was gonna do that, then go fetch my gown and find places to take pictures as well around campus. Little did I know that, I knew it is my fault. I knew my parents are flying in, and I was like, the last time my parents came was last year December, and I don't remember having to fetch them from the airport. So in my head I was like, I don't need to fetch these people from the airport. My mom starts sending me pictures of them boarding and whatever. So then I asked her, now mind you, this was like 30 minutes ago, must I fetch you from the airport? This is after I had deposited money and printed the thing, right? So I was on my way to go buy the bra. In my mind, I'm going to go buy the bra. I'm like, do I have to go fetch you guys from the airport? She's like, Bana, of course you have to fetch me from the airport. I'm like, yo, what time? She links back to the boarding pass she sent me a while ago. She's like, I sent you this a long time ago. And she did. Listen, I thought since last time I didn't have to fetch them from the airport, then I didn't have to fetch them from the airport again. But then I just remembered that the last time they were here, they came with a car. They didn't fly in, so that's why I didn't have to fetch them from the airport, because they didn't use an airplane to begin with. And my parents treat me like a baby. Well, not all the time, but at least my stepdad all the time. She treats me like a princess. So I'm not gonna be a horrible, miserable child and Uber them from the airport. That would be very shitty of me. So now I need to arrange my plans to accommodate that they are flying in and I have to fetch them at 1:45. So I sat for about 10 minutes. I've been sitting on my car and I came up with a plan. And what I'm gonna do is now I'm just going to go into the house quickly, fetch a pen and my student card in case they want my student card, then go fetch my gown, and then also find a place to take pictures for tomorrow. And I'll be done by like 1:30. By then, right now it's 12, so I'll be done before 1:30, even if they make delays. And then I'm gonna fetch my parents. I would have done fetching them by 2, hopefully that's aim, or 2:15. Me and my parents were both gonna go straight to go fetch the cake, and then I'm gonna fetch the cake, drop off the cake. The place for the bra closes at 5, so then the cake I need to fetch it at 3. So I fetched the cake at 3. Hopefully I'll be back home and situated with the cake by 3:30 to 4, and then I'm gonna run to the place for the bra and buy the bra before they close at 5. So from now until 5 p.m. I'm gonna be busy. So let's go. Let me go fetch my pen and then one thing. Okay, so I just got out of the house, fetched my pen and my student card, and I almost messed up my life. So I don't even know how I'm gonna get to city. So how I almost messed up my life is that I went to go find out only now, can you believe it, where I'm supposed to go fetch my grad stuff, my gown and stuff. And I look on the document that we had to print out and stuff, and it's telling me that I need to go somewhere, like at a different location I'm seeing. And that different location, I check on Google Maps, it's 20 minutes away from where I am. And I'm like, shit, I thought I was supposed to go to campus, and my plan was while I'm already on campus, then I'm gonna look for places to take a picture. Now I have to go all the way to down, but then I quickly go to the UCT website, because I could have sworn that I have to go to campus to fetch my stuff. And then on the UCT website it says no, you must go to this building, which is on UCT campus. So that's where I'm going, and I'm hoping for the best outcome. At this point, should I turn here? I don't even know exactly how to get to campus. I'm very direction challenged, so hopefully I think this is the right way I'm taking. Okay, let me just use my GPS at this point. I'm just gonna use my GPS because it's a left leg and then use a card. Hi friends. It's currently 3:55. Last time we spoke, I was going to go get my graduation stuff, which I did. I followed that. I just did something crazy. I followed that by how I don't get into car accidents is, it's beyond me, honestly. I followed that up by finding places where I do want to take pictures tomorrow, so hopefully there won't be that full those locations tomorrow. I went and I fetched my parents from home. I'm not home, from the airport. On the way back from the airport, there was a lot of traffic, so that was fine, because then I ended up like getting, it was an hour, so I fetched them by 3, and the next thing I had to do, no, I fetched them at 2, and the next thing I had to do was go fetch my cake at 3. So there was 1 hour in between, but it all worked out because there was traffic on the way from the airport, so it took an hour for us to get back, basically, well, 45 minutes. So I was able to fetch the cake about a few minutes earlier, at like 10 minutes earlier than the arranged time, which was 3 p.m, which is still fine. And I dropped my parents off where they're staying, and now I'm just coming back. I'm gonna drop off the cake right to home, because I fetched the cake. I'm gonna drop it back off at my house. So my parents booked a pizza that's quite close to where I live, so I'm back home. I'm gonna put the cake in the fridge, and I'm gonna go bra shopping, and that will be the last thing on today's itinerary. So yeah, the cake is really cute. I would show you guys, but the way they wrapped it is very like, nah, I don't know how to like do this. I don't know how my mom did this. My mom had to tie it for me twice already, and I don't know how she did this, but it's cute. It's really cute. It says it's like a flower cake. I'll show a template. It's a very small cake though, with a vintage design. I'll put a picture of the design in front of me, and then it's written younger, wiser, and hotter than ever. And yeah, I like it. I expected it to be a bit bigger, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is a once in a while thing. I don't buy cakes like this often. I see why people often opt for grocery store cakes over like getting cakes from a cake store, because I mean it is expensive, but not overpriced, just expensive, if that makes sense. So this is for my birthday, 21st, so I don't mind spending an extra buck, even though it's small. Just tying it up again. Okay. But here it is in here. Trust me, I know it looks, the box is big, but the cake is small. Trust me, the cake is like, it's like this high. I'd say it's this high and this wide. So yeah, anyway, let me go and be on my way so I can get back home. I don't want to so the shops close at like 5, but sometimes they like make exceptions, so if I get there by 4:30, then I'll be fine. In any case, I'm buying one thing, so it should be good. Okay, I'm only buying one bra, so it's not like I'm gonna be there forever. Okay, you know me, driving and filming is not a good combination, so I'm gonna be fast. I put the cake back. I'm on my way now to the shops so I can go look for a bra. I hurt my knee a bit, but it's fine. And I'm stuck in traffic, so I'm just worried that I won't get there in time, but try to stay calm. So yeah. Okay, it's 14:10. I got the goods. This, guys, is the best bra. It's called Bodylicious. It's the most affordable place to buy bras, and has the nicest bras for their price point. And well, their bras are nice, period, but especially for their price point, the quality is really good for their price point. I really recommend it. I got this push-up bra. So I got a bra because the bras that I have are lace, most of them, so the lace was visible through my dress. So this one is laceless, right? But it's also a push-up bra. Look at the push-up. Look at all that push-up. I love when my, like, the majority of a bra is literally just the cushion of pushing it up. I love push-up bras. I like them. So this is the bra I got. And when I was searching for this bra, it made me realize that, like, I really underestimate how large my boobs are, because I was actually thinking that a medium will suffice. A medium indeed did not suffice. I needed something bigger than a medium. But I love that for me. I like big titties. I want my titties to be bigger, actually. You know what? There's something wrong here, but I'm just gonna leave it. This was 109 rand, which I think is very affordable, given that it's a seamless push-up bra. And I think the size, this is size 36B. Hi, well, guys, I wear size 36 all of a sudden. I thought I was losing weight. What the hell? Anyway, it's fine. But here it is. It's glowing. So everything is done. Let me put everything in. Now we're heading home, and the day's over. There's my graduation stuff, my gown, my gown, what is it called? Gown and the hood. Yeah, my gown and the hood is in here, as well as my tickets and proof that I don't know, proof or something, but they said I should keep this safe. So this is here as well. I was speaking to my friend yesterday because yesterday was when I went through everything and I saw how expensive it is. Before I saw the prices, I had the idea that like I'm gonna buy a gown and a hood for every graduation. But now after seeing the prices, I was like, shit. Okay, let me buy my gown, and then the next graduation I'm just gonna buy my hood, and then I'll rent. But it's crazy, like these universities are making money out of us. What's crazy is that you can't use your gown from your previous year in your next graduation. You have to use their gown. So if say I purchase this one, my next graduation I'm still gonna have to rent. I can't use my previous one even though it's the same ones. They're just making money out of us. So this will be the envelope I walk around with the whole day tomorrow. Those are just the forms I had to print earlier today and my proof of payment that I had to pay. I had to give was in here. So that's that. And then the other thing that I have is just, I asked my mom to bring me hangers because I don't have any hangers. So yeah, I'm just gonna put my hangers where my bra thing is. And that's it for Grand Prix. Now it's left just to shave, maybe. I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure. And sleep. And I'm just gonna contact, no, but do I have to contact my, yeah, I have to contact the makeup lady just to double check that she remembers she still needs to do my makeup, pay the photography person, and it's late now, but I guess tomorrow morning double check that my reservation that I made on Saturday is still in order, because I made it Saturday. So my plan was to do today, but like the day just got busy, so I didn't have time to do it today, so I'll just do it tomorrow morning. I think they open at 9, so at 9 while I'm in the ceremony I'll just call them quickly to double check, or I'll ask someone to call them on my behalf. Anyway, let's go home. Let's go home, guys. Let's go home. It's graduation. Hi everyone. Can you believe it that I am using a freaking iPhone 14, but it's fine. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my evening. The last time we spoke, the only thing I had left to do was double check with the hairstylist, the makeup artist, pay the photographer, and then tomorrow I'll contact the booking place. So I did contact the makeup artist and she hasn't responded, so I'm just gonna rock up there and hope for the best. And I haven't paid the photographer just yet because I was on a call for most of the evening, so you can't really add bank details or transfer money when you're on a call, so that's why. So I'm just about to do that now before I sleep. It's currently 11 p.m. I want to sleep now because I'm going to wake up at 5 tomorrow to get started for the day. And I just wanted to talk about like some of my feelings I'm having right now. Yesterday I was feeling down also. Crazy how you feel down like on the days leading up to your special occasions, but yesterday what made me feel down was a couple of things, but I'll mention just the main one, which was like for one, yesterday was when I found out about how much the gown and wood costs my attire for my graduation, and it made me realize that I'm going to be spending a lot more than I anticipated, but it's fine. As much as I do experience some financial struggles, I am and will be the first to ever say that I'm a very privileged person, a very privileged Black South African. So it's not, the additional costs are not going to cripple me, but it is going to inconvenience me. And the net effect is it's honestly just more of an inconvenience than anything. But at the time, because I'm someone who doesn't like having money in my account, and I don't like spending too much money, because I've had moments where I didn't have money before and I hated how it feels. So right now, I guess I over save, right? So I have to tap into my savings to cover the attire, right? Which is fine. I'm still gonna be fine. It's just a bit, but because of my fear of not ever having a savings like I once, because all the time I didn't have much of a savings, and yeah, I just invoked some feelings of just fear and anxiety. So that was the one thing that made me feel really sad yesterday. And the other thing was, I went through the grad website on my university and I looked at the grad, I think it was just the program for the day. And I was looking for my name on the list. And while looking for my name on the list, I was coming across all the different names that were there. And I'll see that the names were this with distinction in what next to it. And I'm just basically disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in myself and disappointed in what I was unable to, in the fact that I was not able to achieve what I wanted, which has a distinction, of course. And I'm going to release a video talking about my university experience that will give you the context to, that will give you the depth of where my disappointment comes from, and how severe the disappointed I'm feeling is, or I was feeling was, because I wasn't a student that was laid back. I wasn't a laid back student. I wasn't a student that didn't put in effort and that winged it and stuff. I am a textbook type A personality. I put so much effort in everything I did, and I still couldn't do it. So it's just really painful. And you realizing that your best is not enough. So that was yesterday. And also another thing is just, I used to be in actuarial science. I had to leave the degree after my second year. And on the program, they had grouped all the Bachelor of Business Science students under one. And in Bachelor of Business Science, there's different degrees under Bachelor of Business Science. And then the next section was Bachelor of Business Science in Actuarial Sciences. And then there's BCom, in Actuarial Sciences, I'm not sure. I think BCom in Actuarial Sciences. And I just got really annoyed because I was like, so the rest of all the other degrees get grouped into one, and it's not specified which degree you're doing, because a Bachelor of Business Science in Finance Banking is different from a Bachelor in Business Science in Financial Accounting, which is different from one in the marketing, And it just made me feel little, and it made my degree feel not as significant, and it also brought me back to my feelings, because I used to be in actual science, and the feelings I have of the FOMO, I guess I have, or I don't wish to go back there. I am glad I didn't pursue actuary as a career route, and the career I'm pursuing now is the one I chose. I'm very happy about that. But when you fail at something, any reminders of it does make you think. In this context, in a graduation context where it seems like one degree is being posited as more important than the other one, it will make your degree, which falls part of the not as much
as the not important as much degrees. It'll make you feel less and not good. So that's what I was feeling yesterday. Thankfully, my good friend, one of my housemates, came to speak to me, so that made me feel a lot better. And I got dressed up a bit, so that's when I was trying out my outfit to see if it makes sense, and that made me feel a bit better. But now, today, what got me feeling down in the dumps is one of my friends. I thought him were close, but I guess not. Cancelled on me to attend the lunch I had planned. Mind you, that person knew a month in advance about this. So, and the reason they gave me for not coming is that, actually I won't say, but that person knew a month in advance. And the reason was not that good to not come. And I was not supposed to, but there was a potential for me to meet up with another one of my friends, and they basically ghosted me the entire afternoon. Mind you, we haven't seen each other since last year, so I had to be the one to reach out. In both cases, I had to be the one to reach out to ask them, like, what's happening, what's going on. And it just made me, I'm someone who's very, I'm a very socially awkward person. Not awkward, but socially anxious person, yeah. And I struggle a lot to make friends. So one of my biggest insecurities is the fact that I don't have a lot of friends. And I'm growing, I can feel it, to like embrace the fact that I don't have a lot of friends. But moments like this really trigger my insecurities, and it makes me feel very insufficient, and it makes me question the questions I'm asking myself right now is like, what did I do? Did I do something to them for them not to want to come to my graduation dinner that I told them 1 month prior? Or did I do something to them to make them not want to meet up with me, to ghost me during my graduation weekend and birthday weekend, mind you, because this is my birthday weekend and my graduation weekend. So I'm asking myself, did I do something to make them act like this during very important times in my life? Especially, like, it's not like I'm not a needy friend. Any other time in the year, I don't really need you to meet up with me and stuff. And I'm not someone who celebrates my birthday that much, or who makes celebrations. So this is the first time in years since primary school where since I was 16, where I made an effort to go out of my way to plan something to celebrate my birthday and to celebrate something, an achievement. So the fact that like they don't care hurts. And other friends, just, I don't know, the behaviors of some people, of the friends in my life, not anymore, obviously I'm gonna distance myself, but it just makes me feel insufficient, and makes me feel like maybe there's something wrong with me that makes people not value me and not treat me like they value me. And people really find creative ways to make you feel insufficient, and people will always find a way to ruin and trust your friends to find a way to ruin an important occasion of yours, and to make you feel small, and to diminish an occasion. And I'm someone who likes to like play things down, because I don't like to get excited, because if I get excited, then there's an opportunity for me to get disappointed. And I did start to get excited about this whole thing, this whole weekend, and now I regret it. I regret it because I'm very disappointed, and I just feel like shit right now. I feel really horrible, I won't lie, but I'm trying to like lift my spirits, because I don't want to go into tomorrow with this energy, but I'm really sad and I feel lonely, and I've tried to call my other friends, but they're busy. So they're busy, and I don't even want to go into details as to what the hell they're busy with. They shouldn't even be busy with that, mind you. I tried to call my other friends, but they're busy. Even with them, what they're busy with doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't have anyone except for my housemate. He also came again to speak to me, but he has to go. He has a girlfriend he needs to prioritize, so he can't be chilling here with me the whole night, obviously. But I basically feel like I don't have anyone, and I'm just sad. But I'm gonna lie down now and think, do what I can to lift my spirits, and do my best to not allow the inconsideration that other people, I'm gonna do my best to not allow the lack of consideration that other people have for me to affect my mood, my feelings, and my happiness. So yeah, good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow on my graduation and birthday celebration.
Hi, I'm so late. I thought that the makeup session was going to be 45 minutes. Oh, I'm so late. I thought that the makeup session was going to be 45 minutes, but it ended up being like an hour and 30 minutes. It's 9 right now. My graduation is at 10. I'm only gonna get home now at 9, and then I have 10 minutes to get dressed. I need to be done by 9 so that I can make it in time. At least I can be there by 1:45 or like by 22. I'm like 1 minute away from home. I'm literally gonna get in, rush to get dressed, and be on my way, be on my merry way. I was hoping that I was gonna have a soft graduation and I was gonna take my time with getting dressed, but literally I have 10 minutes to get dressed. But it's a good thing that like I practiced how I'm gonna dress, so I know I'll be done in like no time. Anyway, shit, imagine your last. Yeah. There's a white envelope, a yellow envelope. Please fill it in for me. The dean is supposed to give me my search or whatever. How do I hand it in? 003 24.
Who's in there? Hi, Debbie. How are you? Okay. This woman, the head is like this.
But then if we leave now, it's 1:15 already. The graduation is at 9. You have to look for parking as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna come with the little boy.
What do you mean? How am I gonna come with you?
So you guys, you guys are so busy and nice. These are nice.
What do you mean? How am I gonna come with you? There's only one way I can come with you.
Okay, where are our tickets on our camera?
So who's holding them?
So we're going to the 17.
Yes, I'm just gonna show you how to.
So you're gonna be alone there?
Yes. I don't know if you can see me, but I'll take better pictures outside. One for every year. Okay, let's go graduate.
And then shoes.
Because make it matter. I couldn't walk in the shoes.
Okay. So now can we take a photo? Wear shoes and then we can go. Hey, Mo, come on, too. Hey, Mo. Go to
But
go to
I need
Bango.
to go in like 2 minutes. Okay, they want me to take a photo.
Hey, with us, with me, with us. Regarde, c'est quoi?
In front there.
Hey.
To me here, and we've reached the end of the video. Almost there, just there, almost might be an extra 30 minutes. Might be a few more minutes, but we reached the end of my graduation process. I hope you enjoyed watching me prepare for my graduation. I started filming this 2 days before the graduation, so there was a lot more prep. Excuse me. Look, I still have my nails. Anyway, there's a lot more prep that went into this, and you didn't get to see that because, as much as I do want to start documenting my life, it's more of like a summary of my life. It's very much unrealistic for me to pick up a camera all the time and film. I don't desire to have. I also don't desire to have social media consume me so much so that every single thing I do, I need to take up my phone now. No, I still want to continue as a normal person. So anyway, I say that to say there's a lot that you did, a lot of prep that you didn't see, but I think the last 2 days leading up to my graduation really summed everything up because that's when everything came together. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoyed seeing me graduate. I'm officially a graduate. When you're watching the video, when I was filming the video, I was a graduate, but now I'm a graduate. And I just wanted to end off the video with just a reflection on how I feel um, after this whole experience. I'm filming this literally a month later. Yes, it did take me that long to get this video together because of live stuff that I will be getting into in more uploads. You know, this channel, the purpose of this channel is for you to 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 experience life with me. So I'll be getting into those stuff, but it took me a bit of time. But even though it took me a bit of time, it's a month. It's the 1st of May right now. Though it's like a month afterwards, my emotions from that day are still very raw, and I've kept them deep hidden in my heart, because I knew that I needed to express them in some capacity, which is why I'm starting this YouTube channel to allow myself to. I don't know why my throat is doing that, but one of the reasons why I've done the YouTube channel is to allow myself to express myself and to express my thoughts and to not just have things sit in my mind and kill me, basically. So though it's been a month later, these emotions are very genuine. They're very raw, and they reflect the emotions that I had that day. So a few clips ago, you did see me speak about how I felt a few days prior to my graduation, and those feelings are still there. I still feel a level of disappointment towards myself and towards my achievements and towards my capabilities. Um, but I haven't given up. I'm gonna try harder, which is stuff I'm gonna share on my channel. I'm gonna try new things. I'm gonna try more because I am gonna succeed in life. But my feelings for towards the academic aspect of this whole experience are still the same. But what I want to talk about is the day, and the day was honestly less about academics and more about it was a celebration. It was a celebration, and the celebration itself was honestly such a beautiful experience. It was very, very fulfilling. Not as fulfilling as I wanted to be because of those negative emotions that I had that are related to the academic aspect of my university experience. So I will say that I think I could have enjoyed it more if I was more proud of myself. It's an internal thing. I kind of would say to myself, um, why are you so happy you only got average marks, or like you only just graduating, you're not graduating with a distinction, which is not a good way of thinking, but being transparent. So I do think it would have been more fulfilling if I embraced, if I wasn't so disappointed in myself, But yeah, but it was fulfilling. I'd say 70% fulfilling, and it was very beautiful. The graduation ceremony itself was very beautiful. Um, but the main, I guess, thought that was always in my mind the whole day was how happy I am to have the community that I have, the support system that I have. So I'm someone who doesn't. I'm socially. I struggle with social anxiety. I'm a very socially anxious person, and I struggle a lot to make friends. It's actually one of my biggest insecurities, how much I struggle to make friends. So one of my biggest fears ever, not even just from the beginning of this degree, but in life, is to have or plan something like a birthday or a celebration of some sort, and either one, have no one show up, or two, end up just inviting people for the sake of inviting people because I want to fill the space, but those people that are there are not like significant people in my life, people who play a significant role in my life. And then after, and we just also professionally be like, we're celebrating just for the sake of celebrating, but there's no intimacy in that celebration, you know. And then the next day we continue on with our lives, and they don't even take the time to wish me happy birthday. The kind of people that are there to celebrate your wins, but are not the not when you're struggling, and also even when life is mundane and insignificant. And I was afraid that that's I've always been afraid that whenever I plan stuff, that's the kind of outcome I'm gonna have. That people can't attend, or it's just gonna be random people that I paid to come that would come. And I'm very happy to say that that was not the case for my graduation. I had close friends and family come, and emphasis on the close. I have other friends. I think like six people came to excluding my parents, and then my friends. I'd say six people came, including myself. So I know other people, but those are not close friends. So I had the people that came were my close friends and family, and their entire day I was just so grateful. Not that they could make it, but I was grateful that I am someone who can say I have close friends and family, because I have not always been able to say that. And I mean, for some people hearing this, you might not really understand the significance of that statement to me, but it's a very touchy thing for me, to a point where I used to cry a lot. I still do sometimes, but I cry, break down when I think about, like, during the time when I was trying to make friends, and when I'd struggle and not make friends and I wouldn't have anyone, and I'd see people post their friend groups and, like, I'll just be alone. So the fact that I had friends and close friends and family come attend my graduation was such a beautiful experience for me. And I mean, those people have been in my life, but there's something about having everyone come together in one building or in one venue and just seeing everyone in one place that makes you, it hits, it made me realize, really realize that, like, wow, I have people who care about me in every aspect of that word. They care about me even when it's not necessary, and they're invested in my growth and my success as a person, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm so grateful, and it just made the whole experience very, very beautiful and very fulfilling for me, and I had so much fun. So I didn't take much videos and clip of the after celebrations, but I just had a lunch. I first had a lunch with my parents, then I had a lunch with my friends, and then afterwards we took pictures, then we went back to my place, and then we played games at my place, and then ended the night off talking about our emotions. Which I mean, that might sound boring to some people, but that entire sequence of events is very much indicative of the kind of person that I am. If you ever spend a long period of time with me, best believe we're gonna talk about your trauma and your emotions and how I feel about life, and best believe it's gonna be an intimate experience. And my my graduation celebration was very intimate. It was incredibly intimate. It was very intimate, and I loved it. I loved it. I was also celebrating my 21st. So I'm very happy that I got to celebrate my 21st not alone. One of my biggest fears was celebrating my 21st alone or with people who weren't really that invested in me. And it was just, I'm grateful that that was not the case at all. I'm so grateful, you have no idea. And that is, like, the main takeaway from that day, my main reflection from the day, how grateful I am to have those people. But more than that, and I almost forgot to say this, but it's not just only the fact that I'm grateful about him. It's a part of me is also proud of myself. So, like I said, I struggle to make friends. But despite the fact that I struggle, I'm very socially anxious, I never allowed that to stop me from trying and from putting myself, even if it's in small ways. I really try to put myself out there, to go out of my way to be friendly to people, to help people, to build relationships with people. And I'm very proud of myself for that. Not only that, but I'm very proud of myself for that, because that is the reason why I'm able to have this support system and community in my life, despite the fact that I have crippling social anxiety. And not only that, but I'm very proud that even though there have been times where I've been desperate to make friends, I never allowed myself to compromise my morals and my standards. I have very strong morals. I'm a very I'm a very liberated person and a very empowered person, and I I try my best to live my life in a way that reflects my morals and my ambitions and my beliefs. And I am someone who believes that your friends are a reflection of you. So even when I'm choosing friends, I want people that reflect my morals and my ambitions. They don't have to be exactly like me, but I need people who will reflect me in a way that, in a good way. Really, for me, it's just someone being a good person. And all of those people are just in, everyone who attended my graduation. Yes, there were like 4 people, but each and every one of them are such incredibly good human beings. And I'm very, very proud of myself that I never allowed myself to compromise my standards and befriend toxic and unhealthy individuals in the name of just having a circle or having friends. I have cut people off, I have stopped talking to people, which left me very lonely for some time, and started doubting me and asking myself if maybe I'm just an unlikable person, because cut them off because I just didn't align with the way they would speak about certain things, or the way they would conduct themselves. And in the long term it paid off, because now I have people in my life. Not only are they good people, but these are good people that are invested in me and my personhood, on good days, on bad days, and on boring days, on days that are forgettable, on the 31st of December, or on a random 22nd of July. Sorry if that's your birthday. But I'm very proud of myself that I never allowed myself to lower my standards and to compromise my beliefs and my morals. And because of that, I have such a beautiful and inspiring group of people. I have such a beautiful and inspiring community of people. And just to add a little bit more context as to why this is so important to me. Um, I come from like most South Africans. I come from a very dysfunctional family. So I'm not the type of person who believes blood is thicker than water. Water's quite strong in my opinion. Water cleans blood very sufficiently in my opinion. And so um like I said, I have very strong morals, and there's a lot of family members I have who I don't really align with at all. And so I think it was like second year or third year, I I quickly realized that I shouldn't. My family, yes, were blood, but I don't consider them my family. I just perceive them as my relatives, and it ends there. And it was then that I made the decision that I'm gonna have to create my own family and my own community. And the celebration was the first time I was able to see that family and community in front of me together, and actually see what I have built. And it was just beautiful, and I'm very proud of myself, and I had a lot of fun, and I'm very grateful that they were in my life. The only people that were missing were my siblings. They couldn't come because of money. But if my siblings were there, then it would have been complete. But yeah, so that's my reflection. That's my graduation reflection. Thank you for watching the video up until now. The next couple of minutes will just be the 2 videos I took during the after celebration, that shows you some of the stuff that we did. We didn't do much, honestly, just 2 videos. because I didn't take any videos. I was just having too much fun. I was having too much fun. I didn't even think to pick up my phone. But yeah, thank you for watching. More content to come. Bye.
Bow, bow, bow.
Oh shit.
That's for you not telling us.
It's just, I'm just learning.
Now you will learn how to.
Oh my goodness, be nice.
Allow me the card. How many cards? You want them to
Give him another card.
Be nice. You see, she was taking two. Oh, I know. Oh, and after taking the things, so you can